Whenever he gets settled in, Jim, you can start it up.
Just 1 second here, guys. Hold on.
Were you finishing up your food, Kendrick?
Yeah, man, I just cooked.
Nice.
Brett, do you mind if I get permission to record, please?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, me, Brett.
All right, ready when you guys are.
Hey, Kendrick, first of all, congratulations. When did this become a dream, the NFL, and then maybe, I mean, as a kid, JFL, and when did it become more than a dream? When did you think it would become a reality?
I started, ever since I started playing football, that's what I wanted to do, I think I was like 7 years old, and that's what I said I wanted to do in my life, and, get the opportunity to do that now, and just been working towards that for forever.
What I just talked to Coach Thornton a little while ago, and he said you just always wanted to be better. You've always worked at your craft. You've always worked in the weight room. Is that pretty accurate? That hard work is what's driven you to this level that few Peorians get to?
Absolutely. Coach Thornton had a big, Coach Thornton, my wrestling coach, Coach Q at Central, Peoria High. They all, they instilled that in me as well. So, and I'm forever thankful for them as well for that. So.
Did you get NFL input?
Say that again?
Did you get input from the NFL before this decision? Do you have any idea where you might go in a draft?
I probably shouldn't talk about that, but I've heard things, so that's that.
Thanks, Kendrick.
Absolutely.
Hey, Kendrick, congratulations on your decision.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. A while back, you talked about really valuing Coach Lovie Smith's opinion. I'm wondering if you talked to him at all about your future.
Not so much. I mean, just a little bit. And I told him I was considering. He just told me, go with my gut and gather as much information as possible and go with my gut at the end of the day. And that was that. So.
Absolutely. Have you talked to any of the other Peoria guys in the NFL, like McManus or LaCale London or anything like that? I know you know LaCale.
Yeah, me and LaCale talk quite frequently. I've never spoken with McManus, but I spoke to a few teammates. Not teammates, a few guys who are alumni from here in the NFL, and got picked their brains a little bit. So yeah.
Absolutely. And then, what do you just think a young Kendrick would think of what you become today? Being a very versatile, talented offensive lineman, and the journey that you've been on.
I think be a little bit more motivation. I think obviously I'm proud of where I'm at, but I got a lot more to go. So just back to the drawing board and keep working.
Thanks, Kendrick. Good luck, man.
For sure.
Hey, Kendrick, congratulations on your decision of going to the next level. I know you had a wrestling background. What did that do to make your football experience that much greater, you having the wrestling background and learning maybe some techniques in wrestling that you may not have gotten just by playing football alone?
Wrestling teaches, flexibility, toughness, obviously, and, body leverage, positioning. So I try to carry all those things over playing offensive line. But, when I was wrestling, that's when I learned what it really is to work hard. And, because when you're out there wrestling, it doesn't matter, it's one-on-one. So you don't got anybody else to fall back on. And that's something I try to carry over to football, every play. I'm blocking somebody every play. I'm going to try and win that matchup. And that's kind of what I carry over from wrestling.
And I know that Peoria is known for its basketball players coming out of that city, but are you wanting to kind of get Peoria, you and the other guys that are in the NFL right now, trying to get Peoria on the map in terms of it being a football powerhouse too?
I think, man, now Peoria is a football town, in my opinion. It used to be a basketball town, not so much anymore. We, that's something I think Coach Thornton, honestly, you give most of the credit to him. He changed, the culture of Peoria football as a whole. And obviously, I think, Peoria football is going to keep rising as a whole. So
Thanks, Kendrick. Appreciate it.
for sure.
Kendrick, I mean, if no one else is going to ask, what'd you cook for dinner? What's the meal here?
I'm eating a little clean, man. I'm trying to watch what I eat a little bit. I made some ground turkey, low in fat. I think it's 95% lean, so a little bit of ground turkey, and actually eating it straight. Seasoned it up a little bit, and that's about it though. Drinking some orange juice with it.
You talked about, Kendrick, talking to people trying to make this right decision. When did it become clear to you that the jump should be made now, and why is now the time?
I thought about it. After our last game against Penn State. I stayed up at night. I prayed about it. I talked to my family, and I feel like all the signs were pointing to, take the next step. And so that's kind of what I decided to do.
Was there any one key thing that you did you wake up one day and it's like, this is it? I mean, I guess what was kind of the pushover point?
It was really, I think, talking to my family. And I think that's probably the main thing, I would say.
Thanks, Kendrick. Appreciate it, man.
For sure.
Hey, Kendrick, I'm just curious, what's the emotion of the day? What does this mean to you?
Man, it's been busy. I've been on the phone a lot, talking to people. And I mean, I'm pretty mellow as a person in general, like when I'm off the field. So I'm really chill. I'm just laid back. So I've been chilling. My phone's been buzzing all day though. It kind of gets old, so I had to turn my notifications off. But other than that, man, it's just been a chill day. Normal day. Got a workout in this morning. And that's about it.
That's awesome. Obviously, you make this decision today. Maybe you've been thinking about it for a while, but do you have any idea what the next couple months look like for you, preparation-wise? How all this process will work?
Yeah, I'm be deciding here shortly what I'm going to do as far as training and things like that, where I'm going to go, and I'm going to try to prepare for the NFL Combine. Hopefully, I get an invite. So,
awesome, man. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you.
Hey, Kendrick, growing up in Peoria, getting to play at Illinois, I'm sure you got a lot of pride in your hometown and in-state college. What does it mean to you that you're going to have a chance to play at the next level, and throughout your career, you'll be able to represent your hometown, your home state as well?
I just think, like talking about, Peoria being a football city now, just trying to, enhance that culture and, make football an emphasis to kids in Peoria, man. I just really want to, show that it can be done because, I was in those same classes with, classrooms as kids there now. I just want to show that's a possibility, man.
Have you had a moment to kind of sit back and maybe think of, that 7-year-old Kendrick that dreamed of playing in the NFL and maybe looking up to some pro athletes from your home area, home state, and kind of what that could mean for that next generation?
Nah, man, not yet. I'm still working. I still gotta, I gotta get in the NFL first. So when I get there, maybe I'll take that moment, So.
Thanks, Kendrick. Congrats.
For sure. Thank you.
Kendrick, congratulations. Coming into this season, obviously a lot of uncertainty, but had you had any thought coming in, I know you want to make it to the NFL, but had you had any thought coming in specifically about this could be my last year? I'm trying to make this the best possible year so I can set myself up for a possible jump to the NFL after this season. Had that thought ever really crossed your mind coming into this season?
Yeah, a little bit. I was thinking about it before the season. Like that was my motivation, training and stuff. Like, man, I want to put myself in a position to go. And that's pretty much. I would say before the season, I was definitely thinking about it, but I didn't have my mind set or anything like that. But use it as motivation. So.
And then obviously some of your other offensive line teammates have decided to come back. What were the conversations, if any, like with them about this decision, this topic over the last however long?
Same thing. The guys just told me, man, go with your gut. Like they said, they love to have me back, but they understand at the end of the day, and I'll see them out there too. Next year, after next year, they'll be in this position and they'll be, trying to make a team. And I think that everybody in that room has a possibility to do it, man. So.
And one more. I know we talk a lot about your work at left guard, but I mean the fact that you got to fill in for Doug at center for a few games this year and seem to do pretty well in that role. How do you feel that might help your portfolio just a little bit going into this process?
I think obviously like it's like a big thing, versatility and Coach Bob McLean. He worked me at it. So from the moment he got here, worked me at playing guard and center. He said if Doug ever goes down, you're in. So I gotta thank Coach McLean for having me ready to be able to do that. So
Thanks, Kendrick.
absolutely.
Hey, Kendrick, I know this was an emotional year for you guys. How much did that play into your decision? Just that, hey, maybe I'm ready to take this leap, and how much of it was just confidence in your own game?
I think most of it is just confidence in myself, and I feel like at the end of the day, I wouldn't say it was an emotional decision. I really, I try to when I make decisions, I try to remove emotion from it and make the best possible decision. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you got to bet on yourself at the end of the day, and I think I'm more than confident that I'm ready. So.
And I know you wanted to play for Lovie Smith, but did you talk with Coach Bielema, and what was that like talking to him?
Yeah, Coach Bielema, we had great conversations, because I was still debating for a little second there. And, he told me, like I'd love to have you back, and things like that. But when I told him my final decision, he respected it, and I think the program is going to be in great hands. I see they got new U of I football. We got a new offensive coordinator, offensive line coach today. I think those guys will be great for us. They're inheriting a great leaders up front, and I think this offense, like the sky's going to be the limit. I think so. Coach Bielema's I think he's going to do really well.
Who do you rely on now to kind of guide you through this process, or even hiring an agent? I would imagine.
It's really I'm really I lean on my family for advice, and like guys who are guys who I know have my best interests at heart. So really, I think that's really it.
Thanks, Kendrick. Good luck, man.
Absolutely, thank you.
Hey, Kendrick, I know you've talked about growing up in kind of a tough part of Peoria, and what do you take from Peoria to the NFL? What helped you become an NFL prospect out of Peoria? What kind of characteristics are Peoria Kendrick Green?
I think like me and my brother were talking about it when I was really trying to make a decision, and my brother was like, like you're raised, to get it done by any means necessary, and I think that's one of the moments I would say really I'm like, what, I think it's time. Like I think no matter what, I'm a worker, coming from where I come from, I just want to be like, and that's another thing. I got people looking up to me at home who want to see me make it too, man, and people who have invested in me my whole life. So that's like, everything that's pushing me forward to this point.
You could have come back and been a returning All-American and been, a cover boy of Illinois. Is there any fear leaving the comfort zone? Is fear a word you use? I mean, are you sure you're going to make it in the NFL? I know you're betting on yourself, but how confident are you that you're going to be an NFL player?
I mean, I wouldn't have made the jump if I wasn't confident, man. I think I'm not worried about that at all. I'm just worried about working, and obviously one day I want to win a Super Bowl. So that's my goal, man. I want to put myself in the best position possible, take care of my family, and hopefully wherever I go, I win a lot of football games, and yeah, man, get some hardware.
Thank you.
For sure.
Hey, Kendrick, as far as the last 4 years in Illinois, how did they help you maybe mold into the NFL player that you've become at this point in your career?
We got Coach Smith. He always preached about being consistently good. That's something I tried to work on every day, no matter whether our season was on the upward trend or downward trend. And try to take that blue collar mindset every day to practice, every day in the weight room, and even on off days doing extra work and stuff like that. I think Illinois Champagne's taught me a lot, man, and I'm glad to have came here.
Thanks for your time. Best of luck, man.
Absolutely.
Kendrick, you talked about people at home looking up to you, and I saw like Sean Livingston tweeted at you today, and I'm assuming that was a guy that you looked up to, growing up in some capacity. What's it mean now? I know you're not counting too far ahead of yourself with the league or anything. What's it mean now that there's a group of kids in Peoria who might look at you in that same light that you shared with Sean Livingston?
Yeah, like I had a picture with Sean Livingston at his basketball camp when I think I was like 6 or 7 years old. And I was looking at that picture today. I think it's on Twitter. I think my brother tweeted or something. But but yeah, like I think, you know, the way like, yeah, everybody looked up to Sean. Like all my friends growing up, like, man, Sean Livingston, man, you know, he's from playing same place as us, man, and you know, it's possible. So that's a big reason why, you know, always felt that it was possible for me, and I can't wait to be that light for somebody else.
Are you any plans if it lines up down the road to recreate that picture of you two?
I mean, I think that would be kind of fire. We should do that. Actually, I never thought about that.
Thanks, man. Best of luck.
Absolutely, thank you.
Kendrick, I'm
Kendrick.
wondering if in the last week, if you've talked to Nick Allegretti at all. You mentioned, you know, wanting to get to that next level, win some championships as a guy that, you know, you played alongside and you've seen make that jump. Is he somebody that you've spoken with at all during this process?
Yeah, when I made my decision, I kind of, you know, asked Nikki, like, you know, just how it was, like when you're in the league, you know, like what's it like going to work every day and stuff like that. And he just told me, you know, you got to be a pro. And so yeah, I definitely seeked out Nikki for some advice.
What was the biggest takeaway from that conversation, and maybe just kind of that biggest difference between what he's doing now compared to what you've had to do and what he did while at Illinois?
He just told me, like, you know, if you're a hard worker is going to make it no matter what you do in life. And he said, like, as soon as you realize that, you know, the better you'll be in the NFL. And I think I'm just going to try and take that from day one and just be a guy who comes to work every single day.
Hey, Kendrick, question I guess I have is when you look back on your junior season, and I guess even the end of your sophomore year or the end of your junior year with COVID and all that stuff, how difficult was that for your college experience, and how much do you think that may have just kind of taken away from what you experienced in your time at Illinois?
You know, I think I had fun when I was a freshman and sophomore, so I got a lot of those college days out of me for sure. But it's definitely different, you know, not being, you know, cooped up in the house and having to manage your own workouts and figure something out and stuff like that. So it definitely had an impact, but you know, try to not make it, try to use it and prevail through it, not make it as an excuse to hinder me. So.
And I know you might have commented on this a little bit earlier, but I know that you and Coach Lovie Smith had a really good relationship, but since he's been let go, have you guys had conversations? Was he able to give you some additional advice after that about whether or not he thought you were ready to make this jump to the NFL, or what kind of conversations have you maybe had with him since he was let go?
Coach Smith told, you know, he just, first of all, I reached out to him and, you know, thanked him for everything he did and giving me an opportunity here at this university and things like that. And how I just told him how much I appreciated him. And then, but yeah, he just told him, like, basically he said at the end of the day, you know, he thinks I can make it in the NFL as well. He said, just go with your gut, whether it's this year or next year, you know. And that's what I did today. That's why I decided to, you know, make the jump.
And last one I've got, I know you probably would be happy to play for any team in any situation, but is there one organization that you would seek out the most right now?
Man, I want to go somewhere where, you know, people want to win. That's pretty much what that for me.
Thanks, Kendrick. Good luck. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hey, Kendrick, I got one more for you. Academics, I know that's a big thing for you as well. What, with all of this, are you in line to graduate? If I missed that, maybe I did. What's all that look like for you?
Yeah, so I'll be graduating this May, and you know, I'll be taking courses while I'm out of town. Thanks to the only good thing about Corona, everything's going to be online now this semester. So I'll just be doing that while I go train, and that's that.
Congrats again, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think that's it, unless anybody has anything else. Thank you, Kendrick. You're awesome, man.
Appreciate
Good
it.
luck. Thank you for everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kendrick. Best of luck.
Go get that money.
Guys.
Good luck, Kendrick.